Hello. So, I'm gonna tell you about my first year in college, and not my first year, but like my experience just from my first year to being out here now. So, when I first came out here, I knew I was coming out here alone. Like, the only person I knew was one other person from my team, and we weren't really close. We kind of fell off at the end of my last year in JUCO, and so I knew I was coming out here alone, and I'm on full ride scholarship for basketball. I knew the academic load and work was going to be a lot harder. But so my first month, I want to say my first week out here or two, I was fine. Like, I was getting in the groove of everything. I started basketball, so that took my mind off a lot of stuff. But like about a month in, I think I was crying every night. I was calling my mom, like telling her I just wanted to come home. Like, I'll take a year off school, like things like that. Like, I don't even want to play basketball because I was just that lonely. And, it was just hard for me to open up to the team, my new team. Like, they were very standoffish because there was a lot of old people, like a lot of returners. And, I'm the new girl coming in, so I kind of had to prove myself. And so the relationships there weren't there. The coaching staff, they're great, but it's just they weren't as attentive as I thought they were going to be to first time students coming in. And yeah, and I felt like I thought a lot of things that I've challenged in my life were all mental, like, but it started bothering me because I started feeling physically drained. Like, I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to go to practice. I didn't want to, at the time I had got a job, so I didn't want to work. Like, I was taking on a lot at one time. And for me, that's normal because when I was back home, I was working, going to school, and, I was playing basketball. But really, what I noticed was that I was away from home. And having that support system home, when you're doing all those things, it's very important to me, at least, because you have those people that are there that genuinely love you. And coming out here where I kind of had to love myself and do a lot for myself, it was hard for me because I never had to. I relied on my family's love and affection and supportiveness to help me get through a lot of things. So coming out here and being alone, I've learned a lot about myself. I mean, I, kind of seen that there's a support system away from home. And even if it's not from other people, like, you can be your own support system. And for me, that was the hardest because I didn't fully know who I was. So, continuing on with the story. So I was feeling drained physically. Like, I just felt like, something was different about myself. And so about a month or so later, I went home. And when I went home, like, I just felt recharged in a way, and I had a whole bunch of energy. And when I was home, it really made me reflect on, being away. And those things I was saying to my mom over the phone, like, oh, I want to come home. I don't want to finish school. Like, I'm done with basketball. All of those thoughts were reversed. Like, when I was home, I wanted to come back. I wanted to be able to finish, I wanted to take the opportunity that was given to me. And in a way, I want to say that was my family giving me that support. But at the same time, I realized it was me. Like, although I know I was going through those hardships when I was alone out here, like, it just made me feel overall like a better person. Like, I felt strong enough to go back and finish my years of school and things like that. And now my second year here at Western, I have my own apartment in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, it gets very lonely, but being able to go through that the first year and, make those small adjustments that I had to make in order to be able to live on my own and survive and not feel how I was feeling because I have obligations here that need me to be at my 100%. It just really helped me grow into the woman I am today. And this year has been a lot more like doable for me, easy. You know, of course I miss my family still, but I don't know. They give me the strength even away from home, and then my own personal strength has helped me